Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Jeff Copeland. Just wanted to take a minute to weigh in on one topic that I've been just listening to on my feeds and reels and things like that. And just want to just take a second. Everybody's talking about the NBA viewership is being down and that it's not the same quality of product that it used to be. Let me tell you something. You guys are idiots. The NBA today is way better than it's ever been. The athletes are better. The game itself is cleaner and better. I grew up in the 80s and the 90s, and I watched WWF basketball. I grew up watching players getting thrown to the floor, elbowed, punched out, because a segment of the players weren't as skilled as other players and could not move or use the court or use their game like other players. They could only rebound and play defense and grab, hold, hang on to you, hack a shack you, and throw you around. What is being left out of the discussion when they talk about the NBA today is the fact that there's more stuff to do. That's why viewership is down. There's more stuff to do. You can now pick up your phone and be entertained by Facebook Reels for hours. You can watch internet porn for hours. It is going to be absolutely hard for the NBA to go out and say, I want to get the attention that we once had and commanded back in the day. You're just not going to have that anymore. The NBA is going to suffer a decline. It is not going to be due to anything that you can look at and say it was just this. It was the style of play. That has absolutely nothing to do with it. Now, I don't really care for all the threes that I see being shot in a game. I really don't. No one does. Because I think when you watch a basketball game, the whole play should not be setting up a three-point shot. So I do understand that. And that's an easy change. You could either pull the three-point line out a little further, or you could make the three-point line not as weighted, so that if you hit a three-pointer and you're fouled, if your three-pointer makes it, you don't get the foul. There's a number of little things that you can do to adjust and try to look at the game to make it, better and more entertaining. But as far as viewership, which is what this video is about, you're never changing that. The horse has left the stable when it comes to that. It's just not going to happen anymore. When you look at the game and its viewership, the attention span of the viewer is just not the same. You also play 82 games. You also play a 7-game series. That's just the nature of the sport. And there's no need to change it, upset the apple cart of the sport, because people today just don't have the attention span that they once did. This is akin to what has happened with baseball and hockey. Baseball is the same way. Baseball plays over 150 plus games. And what ends up happening, it's impossible for the average fan to go to all of those games. It's impossible. You just can't. I've never went to a baseball game, and I love baseball where the stadium was absolutely 100% full, except for maybe opening day. After that, baseball is a sit anywhere you want sport, unless you have the World Series going on or the actual playoffs. Basketball is getting to the point where that's where it's going. Even if there was no LeBron James or no big star like Michael Jordan, this is the nature of what is going on in sports. We now have a ton of things that take up our attention. Our phones, our computers, our devices. It's not the cost of the game. I live in Charlotte, and let me tell you, they have games where you can go to for 20, 30 bucks. So it ain't the price of the games. They have hot dogs for like $10 with drinks. So it ain't the price of the concessions. It's the game and the activity and the things that people once could focus and zero in on is gone. And please stop going after the NBA and criticizing the NBA and criticizing the players. The players are not the problem. The players aren't fighting like they used to. They actually have a higher skill set because of the simple fact power forwards now and small forwards actually have to move their feet. They have to play actually really good defense. Even though it doesn't appear that way, it's because if you take the game and break it down into just micro milliseconds and watch it, they are playing good defense. It's just that you now have the ability to play zone. And when you can play zone, then, okay, you can sag off a guy. But everybody's playing for the three. That's just a part of the game. But the viewership, it's not because the game is bad. The viewership is because, again, there's just too many things to take our attention from the sport that if you're watching this video, everybody loves. Take care. Jeff Copeland.